Hello. When I first started growing vegetables in these small 10-inch X-cut flower water buckets, it soon became apparent to me that it was so easy to oversow a bucket, and that too many vegetables in a small area is not going to work. They need to have enough room to be able to grow and swell and mature. And simply sprinkling seeds over the surface of the compost wouldn't cut it. There was no separation, no accurate separation. So I dreamt this up. And if you look at some of my older videos, you'll see me using these grid patterns. A simple grid laid on top of the compost in the bucket gives me a pattern to work to. So if I want to sow a seed in every square, every other square, every 2 squares, when I lift this off, those seeds are perfectly spaced. Nothing shoulder to shoulder. Okay, don't get hung up on the size of these squares, it doesn't matter. It just gives you a visual of the surface area of the compost in the bucket and allows you to sow your seeds thinly. And that's just an old piece of material from the garden. And here's another piece, different size but does the same job, just cut to fit the top of that 10-inch water bucket. Now if you're growing in 5-gallon buckets, which I know a lot of you have, then you'll cut a bigger circle, just make it bigger so it fits. Yeah, so I was using these and I was having success with them. But then I was contacted by another YouTuber who said, I can provide you with a pattern that will allow you to sow your seeds thinly. Would you like that? I thought, yeah, we'll have a go at that. Yeah, so we got in touch and I downloaded the patterns, and from that pattern this came. Now prior to having that pattern, I would try and mark these 10-inch polystyrene pizza bases. I would try and mark them out by hand as best I could, but then I got a pattern that would actually sit on top and allow me to mark them out accurately. And I'm going to tell you how to get that pattern later on in this video, so stick with it. But let me show you some of the templates that I've now got. So that would allow me to sow 7 seeds, accurately spaced, equally spaced. Hey, that's good. All I've got to do is pop that on the top of the soil in the bucket, put a mark through, take it off. There's my planting stations. So there's a 7-hole template, 12-station template, 19-station template. I think I got a bit carried away with this. 30-station template, 37-station template, and a 55-station template, which I've never used yet because I just think there's nothing I'm going to grow in a 10-inch bucket where I can get 55 of them to grow in there, whatever it is I plant. So I'm more likely to use 37s and 30s, and then if I want to give things a bit more room, we'll go down to the 19s and the 12s. And that's the way I do it. And that's the way I do it now, and that's the way I use these. And what I've found is, since posting videos that show me using these templates, the most asked question is, firstly, can you get a template for a 5-gallon bucket? The answer to that is yes, you can. This is a 10-inch pizza base. You get a 12-inch pizza base, or something like paper plates. Paper plates that you would use for a buffet. They're sometimes that sort of size. You'll find something. Yeah, you get your, whatever it is you're going to put your rolls in, and you download the pattern, lay it on top and make your rolls. It's easy. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to show you a little bit of the website that I'm going to send you to, and this is Aberoth's Garden or Aberoth's World. Either of those two titles will get you to his website, and you can see what you're going to get there. I'll show you what to expect when you get there. So the first question was, can we do these for a 5-gallon bucket? Yes, you can. Where can I get my hands on the information to be able to make these templates? I'm going to tell you that right now. And I'll also give you a link in the text below this video. Hey, how good is that? How good is that? So if you Google Aberoth's Garden or Aberoth's World, you're going to find this site, and you're going to have access to these free seed spacing templates. There's two sizes, one for a 10-inch bucket and one for a 12-inch bucket. How good is that? Free to download, thanks to Aberoth. So what I'd like you to do if you do get there, and this is quite an interesting site actually, it really is. You need to have a look around while you're there, but what I would suggest you do is give Aberoth a like, a subscription and a thank you. All of those would be good. And while you're there, perhaps tell Aberoth Homegrown Veg sent you. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Get your free templates. Don't forget, if you're sowing in a confined space like a 10-inch bucket or a bigger bucket still, it's still confined, there's only so much room in there, you do need a template and you do need to sow your seeds thinly for best results. This is Homegrown Veg signing out.